Good morning to Miss Emilia and also Dr. Shan. Today I'm going to present my final year project, which is shopping mall indoor navigation using mobile application. So we're going on into the introduction. The overview of the project are interactive real-time indoor navigation is a navigation application which to allow the user to know their headed direction by using navigation features. This application will focus on how users can save their time at the shopping mall by knowing their headed direction. And these applications can be convenient to the user as the system not only provide direction but also it provide information, especially those who want to find places and direction. The significance of the project are user will have less time on navigating where to go. People do not necessarily rely on the sign. User can just search for the direction by using the application. And it is provide a straightforward process for people to navigate their direction. The problem statement. Shopping mall patrons have to rely on the information board to acquire information about store directory. And it is time consuming on finding information and even make people feel doubly on their headed direction inside the shopping mall. Lastly is shopping mall patrons may not be able to locate their headed store, eventually lead to not having interest anymore on finding the store due to exhausted. So we're going on to the objective. The objective are to study currently available applications in aiding shopping mall patrons for direction and navigation inside the shopping mall. The second one are to develop a mobile application of an indoor map navigation application which could assist shopping mall patrons to navigate inside the shopping mall. And the last one are to evaluate the functionality of the developed mobile indoor navigation on the application. Next, the project scope. This scope is aiming for users who are doing activities in the shopping mall. The processes are enable user to choose their start point to end point to navigate their destination, shows information about store location inside the shopping mall and also see what promotion and event that are available, and also user can make a feedback and send it through the application. So who is their target user? There is three user, which is the shopping mall patron itself, the store retailer and also the administrator. So the platform of the system that I will be used is using Android Studio to develop the project and also use the Firebase to store the database. Moving on into the literature review. So firstly, we brief on to the history of Map Navigator. The existence of navigation application in smartphone. Before there were existence of navigation application in smartphone, there were PND, which is portable navigation devices. And then, according to Mazensev, LeChapelle, and Colin, the main idea of a depth reckoning is to use accelerometer signal in order to detect and estimate of the position using a magic heading. So this is a depth reckoning is a method used in to find the navigation of one place to another. And then time by time, this method and technology are improving a lot. And 30 years later, in 2009, Saijik, which is company of global automotive navigation, made a first turn-by-turn navigation for iPhone. And then combining with nowadays technology, map navigation system is improving, and also the major turning point has been advent for GPS technology in how individuals view their route journey on outdoor and also indoor. So for the article comparison, there I put several articles to make a comparison, which is one map navigator. The title is the application of integrate GPS and that reckoning positioning in automotive intelligent navigation system. The main point is because of building and skyscrapers built up street universities, GPS signals are so weak that positioning problems are main issues that must be overcome. And therefore, LBS, which is location-based services, the title that I found is a survey of mobile indoor navigation system from Huang in 2010, which state that different aspects have to be considered when developing an indoor navigation system, which are including indoor positioning, context away adaptation, route presentation, and communication as well. The third one are satellite global coverage. The article is Shopping Mall Directory, a detailed guide application for Android-based mobile devices. And according to Vijaya Prasad, Fazlina Sa'di, Al-Faqih and Sa'di, the usefulness of satellite systems, the recipient can estimate to a high degree of precision, latitude, longitude, and altitude. Then moving on for magnetic field base, the article are using geomagnetic field for indoor positioning. The article says that geomagnetic field for indoor positioning are considerable because of the advantage that the geomagnetic field technology has no infrastructure needs. And the last one, accuracy. The article title is Indoor Positioning Technology Comparison Analysis. Wi-Fi system delivers a median amount of precision of 1.5 meter and a radio frequency identification. Technology delivers a large amount of precision on the indoor positioning system. So this is system comparison. The application, there is application features that I make a comparison, which is my system provide the information about promotion and event, and then provide the navigation route path and also store the authorities. My project has no register or login function because I want to make it clear that every user does not have to log in to use the application. Next, going for the research methodology. This project are using the agile methodology. So agile is the ability to create and respond to change, and the agile software development lifecycle aims to keep the process lean and create minimum feasible goods that go through a number of iterations before anything is finished. Then the reason I use this software development lifecycle is this methodology provide the easy and incorporate phases to use, and it helps development process by giving the guideline and developing project in the right step. So there are 6 phases, which is the first one analysis, and then design, implementation, testing, deployment, and the last one maintenance. So in the first phase, which is analysis, gathering information related to indoor navigation system, any problem on and also limitation that are found when we gathering the information are used as a reference. And then for the second phase, design, developer creates overall analysis and then begin the project related document design, also known as system architecture. In this phase, we're going to sketch out all the project system architecture and related diagram. And those are used to show the flow process of the developing system. The third one is implementation. In this phase, we start the project by generate and create the code. Java language is used in Android Studio software. And then after the coding and the system is done, we move on into the testing phases, which it should be detailed as possible to ensure that each system handle has been retested. So we tested all the functional requirements to test out that either the application function or not. And then in these phases also we include checking and fixing any error or bug that have. Then after that we go into the deployment. So when the system is ready, we deploy it and deliver it for the public use. And lastly is maintenance. And then software maintenance may include software upgrades, repair or any software bug that will be available. So we need to maintain it. Business model canvas. So this is the BMC. I'm going to brief it shortly. The key partner is launched in Google Store and also the shopping mall university itself. The key activities is develop an indoor map navigation application which uses shopping mall options to navigate in the shopping mall. Also provide shopping mall store directory information. The key resources are Android Studio and the system development itself. And what is the value propositions? Indoor navigation through mobile application and shows information about store detail, promotion event, and the efficiency of managing and updating information throughout the system. The customer relationship is the feedback rating system features. Because when people rate our system, we will get the feedback by the user and evaluate how our application are, how good our application are. And the channel, of course, it is by mobile application. The customer segment is shopping mall patron, shopping mall operator, and store retailer. The cost structure of this project are marketing and advertisement, cost of system maintenance, and the programming cost. And lastly, the revenue stream is sales to the shopping mall organization and create season pass for store retailer on adding the sales promotion inside the system. So basically, it's a store pass for the store retailer. If the store retailer wanted to post out their promotion or event inside the application, they must pay a certain amount according to the seasonal pass. And also add advertisement inside the application. System design. Here is the system architecture. The role of admin can update store details, view user feedback, and verify promotion event. The shopping mall patron can use the indoor navigation features, see data release, search promotion event, also give feedback, and the store retailer can update promotion and event. So this is the activity diagram. This is activity diagram for user, which is shopping mall patron. So firstly, they will launch the application and they will use the navigation features, which is the first step are their current location, and then they enter destination of the store. After that, they show line of direction toward headed direction. The system shows line of direction, and then it start navigate path. The users start walking and then walk until they are headed, then the head directions arrive. While if you want to show the store directory list, they launch application and choose the list of store, and then system will show the directory list of store, and that's it. Same goes to the process of sale promotion and event. Goes to the sales promotion and event section, and then the system will show sales promotion and event, and then they will give feedback review. If they want to give feedback, they will give feedback. If they do not want to give feedback, then they just leave it. And then this is the activity diagram for store retailer. Store retailer have just to launch the application, log in, and then just update promotion and event. And then system will update. And then this is for the admin. Admin can update the store details. Admin can also monitor user feedback and also verify update promotion. And then this is the use case diagram. Same as the previous that I have been told, that I have been explained. And admin can show store rating information and can see the star rating feedback and have the login features, update store detail, verify update sales promotion event, while the shopping mall patron can show availability of sales promotion event, can show the store list, and also use the indoor navigation, and can give feedback rating. And store retailer can log in and then update sales promotion and event. So this is the class diagram, and this is the data dictionary. This is the sequence diagram. So this sequence diagram is the flow of the storyteller between storyteller, admin, and also the system itself. So for the prototype development, later on I will show you the system demo on another video about the system application. So in this part, I only show the screenshot of the application. This is the promotion event. This is the admin on updating store details, and also this is the store retailer posting their promotion event. Testing and result. So for this project, black box testing are used. Black box are to test the entire functionality and the action of the system. The result will be based on modules that are covered based on 3 user environments, which are public use, store retailer, and also admin. This is the rules of public use. The tasks are halfway route of navigation, show list of store directory, view promotion and event section list, and also submit feedback via storage. All of these testing have been tested out and have been documented it into the thesis report, and all the functional are well working. For the path route of navigation, the navigation are working, but the real-time location cannot be done. Later on, I will explain. So the rules of store retailer is login into the system and submit store promotion. And last one are administrator task, login into the system, update store information details, approve store retailers promotion and event, decline store retailer promotion and event, and view the list of user feedback. And all of the activities are well working. So for the usability test, I've made a questionnaire which provide 13 questions for the respondent. And then based on the result, most of the respondents agree that this navigation system helps them safe in finding store direction. And the CCT usage or navigate features function are shown based on the graph below. This application helps them in giving direction and navigate inside the shopping mall. So these are the results. And the first one of the question are using the application saves time in finding store direction. So 15 out of 20 people had agreed, while other 10 are strongly agreed, and the rest remaining of 5 respondents only vote for sure. The second question is, it is easy to choose start point to end point to navigate direction. You can say that most people are agreed and strongly agreed on this section, but there are also a few people which is 2 respondents disagree and also 4 people choose to neutral. And then this application helps me on directions and navigates inside the shopping mall. 15 people strongly agreed, while the result shows that people agree and 3 people votes on neutral. There are no respondents that votes for disagree or strongly disagree on this question. So for the recommendation and conclusion, we can conclude that this project must be, of course, but one of the improvement that must be made is improve the navigation features by putting real-time location, and also add emergency exit route directory, and also put opting features on store list directory to make it easier for user to find store preference. It is possible that this application could provide a straightforward process for people to navigate the direction inside a shopping mall, thus changing the way of travel one location to another. Overall, this project still needs to be improved to make it more convenient to use, and such features such as real-time location cannot be fulfilled as it requires transmitter hardware to install inside the shopping mall, and this cannot be done due to the COVID-19 pandemic that currently occurs. If let's say that this project well functioning, is because the real-time location. So the real-time location itself is must be done by doing hardware installing a hardware in the store. And the hardware itself is made as a transmitter, to put the function on work. So that when we have a transmitter, the application either will be detect the transmitter, and then we have the real-time location. So the appendix, this is the budget of the project, and then this is the project guide, and this is the references that I've made. So that's it for my presentation, and yeah, thank you for listening.